Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and let's talk about CPU mining, whether or not it's really effective, cost effective, can you even make any money out of it? All right, welcome everybody. So let's talk about CPU mining and whether or not CPU mining can actually make you money. So in my initial research, I thought, oh, you know what? Bitcoin, oh my God, it's so awesome. I want to get in on this and I'm going to use my CPUs to mine it. Well, the problem is that your CPU does not compute in the same way that is necessary to compete with the dedicated ASICs miners that are out there these days. In the very, very beginning, Bitcoin was mined with CPUs, but then people figured out, okay, we can build machines that are very specifically designed to mine just this. It just focuses just on this and just does this and does a great job of it, and it just totally aced out all the CPU mining. So they really upped the game with this, but then all of us who, which was the original plan of Bitcoin was that, okay, this is going to be decentralized. A whole bunch of people are going to be involved with this and be able to do all this mining in all these different locations and everything. And then what it turned out to be is that some people really figured out building these very specific machines that they could really, really mine really good. And the marketplace shrunk, or should I say the miner place shrunk down to some very big controlling places. And this is why some other altcoins have appeared and stuff like this. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about whether or not you can actually mine with your CPU. And so I have been mining with CPU, a coin called VRM. And this coin right here is it is part of another coin. It works in two different parts, but this coin is worth a couple of bucks a coin, and it is. I have been mining it on my CPUs. Now I have two different machines here, and let's see here. I have this machine that I'm showing you here. It is currently mining. That is what this is up here. It's been mining actually while recording this video, and it is not doing really that much that I don't think that it's worth it. And so let me show you why. So I'm mining it, it's 3.2 gigahertz CPU. It's overclocked a bit. I've got water cooling on it and stuff. It uses a lot of memory for the mining, uses a lot of memory, and it's, humming along, doing its thing and everything. But I believe that I'm probably spending at least 50 cents a day, if not $1 a day, on the mining for this. And let's go look at the history here of mining. And I'm going to show you how to do this, so you can test it out and do it if you want. But my recommendation is no. My recommendation is to not mine with your CPU. You're much better off mining with GPU. So if you have a gamer's video card, you're much more likely to make money that way. You can see the other video I've published on this, on GPU mining, and that's my recommendation. So, and if you don't have either, then just go buy some Bitcoin and hold on to it, and as it keeps skyrocketing up, you make money and you big smiles. So, all right. This right here. So this is my account. And currently I have 11.48 of these coins. I have actually been mining for a while, and they're worth, let's go look here, VRM. I don't own any VRM, so I'm just going to change the URL here to get to VRM. I mean, I own VRM, but I don't have any on the exchange here. So we'll load this page up. Takes a moment, especially since I'm mining on the machine at the same time. And so currently it's at $2.09 is what it's worth. The high today was $2.53. So let's just go with 250 because we know that we can probably hit that again and sell for that again. So at 250 times my 11.48, oh my God, is $28.70. I believe that I have probably been mining for more than a month on this. And the power draw on this is just not, this is not good. This is not good, but I wanted to try it. So that's why I was doing it. Now, to measure power, you can get a kilowatt here. You look at your power bill, and your power bill will tell you how much you're paying per kilowatt hour. You need to figure that out. And if they have two different prices on there, which my power bill does, they have prime hours and they have off hours, you need to probably figure out what you're paying in total. And so figure that whatever the higher end there is what you're going to be paying. And so you can get this on Amazon. There's a link in the description. This will tell you how much power consumption your computer is using. And then you can say, okay, well, it says I'm using 1/3 of a kilowatt hour per hour, or I'm using a kilowatt hour per day or whatnot. And so then you can look at how much you're paying per kilowatt hour and you know how much you're paying. And you can look at how much you're mining and figure it out. So right now I have a worker here called Marquee Game, and here's my hash rate stuff. Let's look at my statistics here. No. Let's look at, I'm going to click on this. I don't know what's going to come up when I click on my account. I don't want it to show you stuff that I don't want to show you. Let's look at earnings here. All right, here we go. So on the earnings here, and it says that these are the daily amounts. I've been doing shows each day. I've been using my computer, so it's lower. I did not do a show on this day, and I made half a coin that day. It looks like. So, it only goes back that far, huh? Okay. So earnings, and then transactions. So here is the transactions I've been doing here. There was another spot on here, which I guess I don't know where it is, that was showing me exactly how much I was earning. But I have been doing this for more than a month, and I've mined 11.5 coins. That is not enough to warrant the amount of electricity that I'm paying. And there's also, you got to figure in some wear and tear. This creates heat. If you're mining GPU at the same time, which I am, then it basically is not a good idea to add that extra heat into there. So this is my miner here. Now I will give you a link. There's a link in the description here. Those of you watching live, let me give you a link here. This is I'm using CPU Miner. They have a link on their website to it. This will show you the configuration that I'm using. And basically, you are calling the miner. And this is in a batch file. You don't need to change the memory here. The mining pool, I am actually doing a pool that's in Europe, even though I'm in the United States. And then your account identifier and your password. You do have passwords for each one of these. I'm not going to show you that section because it actually shows passwords in plain text when I'm logged in. So, yeah, not going to show that. Okay. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail because I think that it's not worth it. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, and so to be clear, that amount that's there is 11 VRM, not 11 Bitcoins. So if it was 11 Bitcoins, I'd be like, hell yeah, let me buy a ton of more computers. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of these. No, it's VRM. And so it's worth a lot less. They're worth about $2.50 each. So, okay, so here's the batch file that's running. By the way, batch files, when you run them on your machine, they're going to appear in a command window like this. You can put them anywhere. But I'm going to turn it off, and you'll be able to see what the load is on my computer here, and how it how it's affecting my load. So I turn that off, and you'll immediately see that my CPU goes down to normal. It is using a bit of memory. Actually, I was thinking it was using more than that, but using just a little bit. My computer will then slowly, as it cools off, my fans will slow down and everything. So, and it'll put a lot less wear and tear on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the rest of that VRM go into my, because you have an active account, and then you have what's been deposited to your account. I'm going to let the rest of it that's pending reach that. It'll take a few hours to reach there, and then it will. I'm not going to mine anymore. I'm just going to cache it out. So, and this is a pretty good CPU. It's an Intel CPU at 3.2 gigahertz, and it. But I think it's not worth it. I think it's not worth it. So I do not recommend CPU mining. I recommend GPU mining. And if you're wanting to get into the CPU realm, maybe you're buying ASICs machines or something like that to mine, which you can do that, which I believe the ASICs machines can do stuff like VRM and Litecoin and those things. But those hardware things, they're very, very fine-tuned down to the type of coin that you're going to be having it do. So, okay. Anyway, that is it for the CPU mining. I do not recommend it. And but if you figure out how to CPU mine and you are actually making money, please do share that in the comments. I would love to take a look at it and see what you're doing. I'll try and replicate it here on my own. And then if there is a way to do CPU mining to where you can actually make money, I will share it in another video with all of you. So please do subscribe. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.